what would you say today to the person in that picture?
My addiction began at the age of 14. I started using alcohol. I started smoking weed. My home life was not very good. At the age of 7, my father died of an overdose, my biological dad. Throughout my childhood, a common theme was poverty and not knowing where my next roof was going to be or meal. I think that I was just more or less yearning for a father figure and just stability in my life. My drug addiction, it progressed pretty bad. Pretty much at the age of 22, I started using heroin and I started using it every day, and this cycle went on. If I was lucky, my family would let me live with them, and I would come through their house like a tornado, as we do as addicts, and I would break those bonds.
My addiction started when I was probably 24 years old, drinking on the weekends all the time. I was kind of going through some emotional things and I didn't know how to handle them. I turned to harder drugs. I became a meth user and a heroin user. I felt like I couldn't get away. I was scared and I was dependent. I still needed these drugs to not be sick, and I didn't know that there was a way out.
What brought me to my lowest point was I was laying outside in front of a dog park, and all I had was a blanket and my red suitcase, and I did not want to live. I thought, God, I can't do this anymore. I want to die. Living doesn't seem very good anymore.
My lowest point in addiction was probably towards the very end. I was constantly in and out of being homeless and being in a home that I wasn't familiar with. I wasn't able to see my children. I was cut off from all my family, and I was alone.
The best thought that I had in my head was either I'm going to get sober or I'm going to die of this. And my family said the only way that will fly you home and get you home is if you go to Hope is Alive. Man, just the world's aligned. God really came through for me. God was doing more for me than what I could do for myself at that point. Something inside him said, hey, you know what? You've got a true gift here. You're scholarshiped in. Your first month is free. So I took those things and I ran with it. I never looked back.
When the opportunity to go to Hope is Alive came, I was really nervous, and I'm so thankful that I went because I've been blessed to be with this community of people, not only in the home, but the people outside of the home that just love on you and support you and just genuinely care about you. Because of Hope is Alive, today I am sober and I am happy and I am free from the bondage of addiction. I have been able to have family restoration since coming to HIA. I have grown a closer relationship to God than I ever have in my life.
To the people that have given to HIA, all the donors, I have no idea where I'd be today. Because of you guys, I was able to be scholarshiped in. I was able to change my life from the inside and out fully. And I would not have the sobriety that I do. My family would not be in my life today. I would not have the family restoration that I have.
If it weren't for HIA, I would still be in addiction. I would probably be dead. I probably wouldn't be here today to be the mom that I get to be to my kids, or to be with my family.
If I could talk to this former self that I would tell him, hey man, one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be living in a life that you thought you would never have. Just hold on. You may crash and burn a few times before then, but life is going to get better and you're going to change for the best.
I would tell her that she is loved. I would tell her that she is strong, that she is capable of being so much more than what she allowed herself to go through in addiction, and that there are so many people around her that love her and believe in her, that she never has to do anything alone.
My name is Saxon Walker. Today, Hope is Alive.
My name is Lacey, and Hope is Alive.